Hello everybody, here we are again. Good morning to all of you. And in this slide, we will be working on the Brainly application that we were working on yesterday. Let's see how much we can actually do. And one more thing is that I wanted to use Redux here, so let's see whether I can actually use the Redux or not. By the way, of course I will have to go to Redux documentation and read that. Then only things are gonna be possible. And that's what I'm gonna be focusing on, but let's see how it's gonna be going on. Just give me a second, let me make sure that whether everything's audible and clear and all, and then after that I will simply be going ahead. And as for this live, this is gonna be 3 hours long, till around 9 or something. They said keep going on. If not that, yeah, and before that I'll have to do. So at least consider it 1.5 hour long. After that I will have to take a leave for half an hour for some work, of course, and then I'll be back and continue. So let's continue from here on, and let's go to, I hope I'm audible right now. Let me check. Yeah, I'm audible. So what I can do right now is simply go to my app. First of all, let's get the whole design ready. Once the design is ready, then I will be actually working on the other stuff, like adding the connection between front end and back end, and even using Redux and all those things are gonna be done after that. So let's open VS Code. Yesterday we were working on this particular thing only, and then we could not get it done. So today we'll try to get it done. Well, I think it will take tomorrow as well. So that was actually Brainly by me application that I was working on, and I'm using JGUI over here just to make so that I don't take lots of time to just build this stuff. So this much we have done quite easy. Talking about the things that I have created, so I have many components, OS card and all these components, and right now I was mainly working on the model component that is like this. Let's simply run this project and see what happens. And run there. I will be taking off the help of now front-end libraries because of course for building the front end, if I'm taking the help of the libraries, it's better. They can be made quick and quickly, and it will not take a lot of time. That is why. Now I can say it localhost and 3000. And made quick and quickly, and it will not take a lot of time. Well, I hope I'm audible. I was just checking the sound quality, and I think keeping it around 40 or something is fine, right? Never mind. Let's continue from here on. I can't really speak loud, and I just get started today. So it's on 3000 port. That's great. By the way, this is the Next.js application. Is that a Next.js application? This is just simply a React application on Next.js. I'm not even sure about this particular. The fact is that so many applications I'm working on. I even forgot. I forget the. Okay, this is the React application. If it is a React application, why it's running on 3000 port? I have to move to cd/frontend. I'm not working on the backend. npm run, and let's run it right now. That was my bad. I was running the backend, and that is what I was thinking, that why am I not even getting the result. 5173. Let's run this thing, and it looks like this. This is the whole thing that we have right now, and we have to go to content section. So let's go to the content section, and these are the things that we have created. Mainly we were working on this particular feature, and it's looking quite good. Let's continue and get all these things done, and once these are the ones that I can give it a background color, not just blue but something better. So let's do that. Let's keep it like this here. As for the model, that will be over there only in the middle. Let's try to make it better. At least we can do something or the other. And today's focus is gonna be building this particular tags input box, so that we are actually able to show it. It's gonna be altogether a technology in itself, tech itself, whatever, tricky thing. But never mind. Let's continue with this particular thing. Like as soon as I click on them, and whenever I hover over them, they have that background color. And for that particular thing, these are the ones, ultimately the options. So I can actually give a design to this. Let's try to give design to the top one, and the same will be for the others. BG, if I try to read 500, will it work? BG read 500, it does not seem to work. Okay, it works for this one, but that is actually a good thing actually if it works for that one. So what I want to do, BG linear to from the right, it will start from blue 500 to cyan 500, as simple as that. Let's see how it looks like. So it mainly looks like this. The thing is that it does not accept the colors, these types of colors. Don't know why. Why it doesn't accept the color. BG linear to right from blue 500 to cyan. It should work fine, but it is not. If I directly give it a BG or it will be cyan 400, it will work. Like I get that over there. But I don't want that. You can just remove this particular thing and just try this much. It's still not working. Let's try this thing over here. Control C, class name, and here, and load the page. Well, it doesn't seem to work. Well, we can create it on our own, and we can just make it, give it the design as per our choice. I think if I give it red, that will be visible. Red is 300. Normally it's not visible, red is going to be visible there. Yeah. Yes, the red is visible there, but normal things are not visible. So I can even do one thing that directly, if I give it the design to the option, that's not visible, unfortunately. One more thing can be over here. Like I can actually give to this and then put YouTube inside this. And as for the class name, I can give it this class name. It might work. I don't know. Let's give it the class name and see what happens. So right now YouTube is actually inside that, but it still doesn't seem to work. So it gets the default styling, and how can we change the color of select? Is it possible to give the color gradient color to select? Is this not even possible? How to give gradient color to select? Gradient select tag. So over here I'm actually selecting select. I hope that is just select, that is option. Anyway, I'm giving gradient color and option using tailwind. Let's see if it's possible. Beautiful. Few things I will have to change. First one is appearance is going to be none. BG gradient blue, purple, text white. I think this appearance is the problem that's causing that is causing us not to get the right result. So let's try this thing out. Not this way. And right now I should be able to get that. Let's do it. Don't know whether it's gonna work or not. But appearance I'm gonna be setting it to none. Appearance is gonna be none for now. And if I click on it, reload the page, it just looks like this. How about sit? Okay, I wasn't giving the class name here. Let's try to do the same thing over here as well. Just here. You see that? Well, it works here. That's a good thing actually. If it actually works, then I can give it a. I can make the text white over here. is how it will be looking like. If I click on it, I should be able to just select this stuff and all. But this time when I made the text white, everything is gone. In that case, I'll have to make appearance none if I'm not wrong. Appearance none. And that's still not visible. Any way around this? Width full, border padding I can give. Appearance I'm already setting to none. BG gradient 2. I've been saying that BG linear. Let's try the gradient thing out. Hope I'll be able to do that. So if I say BG gradient, linear is definitely working. How about BG gradient? BG linear to, yeah, that's better way. Linear to right. And actually I'm doing the same thing over here. Why is this not working? So let's do one thing. In that case I will be taking the help of AI comment. I should not make it in the full screen. So many tabs are open. Let's close them one by one. Not really a problem. Let's see. Setting up references. Let's go with this one. Well, this is something that we have to create today. Let's see. First of all, we'll try to create it on or on. If we fail to do that, then we'll be taking the help of AI and we'll make it better. By the few things, first of all, add tag, on key down, and all these are the things that we have to just keep in mind, kind of a tricky thing that we have to do. Recommended solution. This particular thing. It's okay, I'll be getting it, and that's not a big problem. It's simply saying that core issues Kelvin gradients, BG gradient to or not BG linear to or constant variables like revert option else cannot be available. Style background reference in the class select replace the label selected with custom drop down using So what's this telling me to do? That I have to make everything on my own. That's right. That can be made. That's not a big problem. But the thing is that after that I will have to just get these things done. Let's not worry about them. There is some kind of SVG. There is this open button. It simply opens this particular thing and simply selects the options as per that. So either I can create it by myself, or I can go with that, or I can even use this. So let's go with this. As for the design thing and all, I will be using this. This is the thing. Control C. If I understand, then that's for production as considered library like headless UI command. Let's try this thing out by the way. Get rid of this particular section and paste it over here. Extra things are here. Let's get rid of them. And this is how I'm getting it done. Anyway, I will be explaining what exactly happening over here, so that's not a big problem. The thing is that the design system can be made easily, but it may take time, so I'll be getting the things done quickly. Again, taking the help of AI and all in getting it done. Apart from this particular thing, the next thing that I actually need is these menu values, options, and these other things. Let's copy and paste the things and keep it at the top. That can be here. use state, I will have to import it. Okay, first of all, over here I have two states. First one is open, second one is selected. Again, is open will simply open the drop down for select, and selected is the selected value, right? By default it is select the type, and then it will have its own value, as simple as that. And these are the options. Instead of making like what I can say, writing them there manually, I can just create an array, and then I can just use this array to map through them. So this is the thing that I'm actually doing over here. Let's keep it like this and this, and let's keep it here. By the way, it actually looks like this. That's crazy. Well, this doesn't look good at all. I will have to even fix this, but it looks like this. It matches the style, that is why I'm simply using this. But when it comes to what the hell, the previous one was better. Adding these things will cause me to do more than less. Let's go with this particular section. At least as for this one, I will be making it better. That's not a big problem. The problem is that these things, right? There should be the color. So I can say let's remove this appearance from here, and that should kind of do the job. I'm not sure, but let's see. Reload the page. Let's check this thing out. It's still not working. Interesting. But next, I have added the color only here. That is something that's causing the issue. So this color is definitely not working here. So let's get rid of this design from here as well as from here. So this is how I will simply be going ahead. As for this div, I will be getting rid of this thing as well. So this is how I have the things right now. And as for these options, this will be just a normal option so that I don't get any error. And right now it looks like this. Ultimately, the color that I'm setting here, that's actually causing the issue. I can say BG blue 500 or something, just 500. So BG blue 500. Oh Divya, good morning. I've been just busy with my own things. How are you? Interesting. It has this color. This is crazy. In this way, this does not look any good at all. I can make appearance none. But how will it look like then? Appearance none. Then reload the page. And it still looks like this crazy stuff. Let's remove all the things from here. I wanted to customize it, but never mind. Let's get rid of this much style. And right now it's simply looking like this. And if I, what the hell? Have I done something? No, it was like this only. The thing is that when I hover over that, it gets the color, and by default I had made that blue, so that was the thing that was causing the issue. That means I can go with that design, probably yes. So if I click on this, and I can just remove this beige color, probably yes. And it looks like this. I have to just make it blue, that is it. In the remaining over here, in all of them, class name text is going to be blue, and that's gonna be around 600 or something. Let's see how it looks like. Select, they're visible, and I'm actually able to select them. And once I've selected them, that is it. By the way, for this particular thing, I can make it gray. So, well, this is how it looks like. Not bad. Big text gray, and that is, this should be enough. So this is how it looks like right now. I can just simply go ahead and all and get my stuff done. I can select it, and then that will be done. As for this particular thing, once it gets the value, so it needs to be a little larger. So input style is here. By the same input style I'm giving to all. That's fine, but other things I have border, but this one, if I make it border 3. Yeah, the previous things they have border, but this one does not. And for that particular thing, I can increase the padding. So let's go make border 1. That's crazy. when it comes to this, let's give it the design explicitly. Appearance is none and all. That's great. That does not really make any sense. Appearance, no. So let's get rid of this thing. It looks like this. So text is going to be white. Let's give it some padding. Px is gonna be 3 or something. Okay, it already has that. If I actually move this particular section, what will happen? By default it is like that. Let's get rid of the style as well that I have over here. What will happen then? It looks like something like this. It's okay, previous one was better. Let's go with this much. And if I have appearance none, what will happen in that case? Okay, so ultimately that, but the arrow goes away. I do need to have arrow, and padding right is going to be around 5 or something. But it does not matter. Like, it gives any result. It doesn't show anything at all. So margin right is gonna be fine. That's gonna be like that. Right. Let's go with this much. Should be enough. If I hover over it, it looks like this. I wanted this arrow here, but okay, this does not happen the way I want it to be. And yeah, not bad actually. Okay, so this much I have done. The second thing is that this text input that I have to create. Better to create it on my own. Well, I'm not sure that you are here, but yeah, it's good to see you here after so many years. So select is here, and work on this feature. Today I have to work on this feature, of course. So what is the first thing that I have to work on? When it comes to tags, so this is gonna be the overall div, and inside this particular div I will have many tags, right? And those tags is gonna be in the form of a string, so I have to convert them first of all. Suppose I have div, and that's gonna be my tag, and there are gonna be 5 of them, something like this. So these are the tags. Suppose these are the tags that I have. What will I do? First of all, let's make it grid. No use making it grid. Let's make it flex, and that is it. Flex, and flex wrap is gonna be on. Let's add some more extra things. Okay. Oh, this is what I wanted. Right now these have these types of bits and all. Sorry. I can actually make it like this, and if I actually have some more, so they're gonna be looking like this. That's not bad actually. I just have to give them proper styling and all. That's good. By the way, I could have done like this. Can I write lorem 50? Lorem 50. Well, it is possible to write even that. Not a problem. By the way, this is fine, more than enough. And time to give it some design to this particular section. So first of all, it will have a border around this. That's gonna be rounded large, and gray border gray that's gonna be 200 300 around, and padding it will have 5 from all the sides. That's too much actually. Let's give it 2 or just 3 should be enough. And once the padding section is done, then that is it. Nothing else. Whenever I hover over it, at that time bg just border color, border gray should be maybe 400 or something. So it becomes like that. It simply highlights, as simple as that. And nothing else. I can give it shadow, a little shadow. Or I can just simply say that whenever I hover over it, by default it has shadow, and whenever I hover over it, shadow gets medium. That's not even bad. So we have gone through these many things. And as for the top one, the select that I had, when it comes to this, I can give it cursor pointer. I can just select this stuff, and not only to this, to all actually. Cursor, I will be keeping them separately, that's not a big problem. On the top, maybe at the end of the day, cursor pointer. Let's try this thing out. I made cursor pointer, but guess what? It does not seem to work. So let's remove cursor pointer from here. Let's give them the default style that they have. That's it. Alrighty. What else? This particular section needs to be better. So for this, I can give them the design and all. So let's make them like this, class name, and what? Even that will have value. This particular section will have value inside the options. We'll take care of that. BG blue, let's make it around 400-500 or something. It's like that, and that's already flexed. Let's give them gap of 2 around. Not bad. And once that thing is done, rounded medium, padding X is gonna be 2 or 2, padding Y is gonna be 1. How about this? This is how it looks like. Text is gonna be, of course, white. So this particular section is the let's not make it white, let's make it blue and just around 100 or something. Well, can I keep it just 50? Let's make it white. At least that's visible. Okay, once this much is done, then as for the color, I have to give it a how about the color? Can I change the color? Let's see. I mean, which one looks better? First one is the BG linear. So linear, I'll be starting from right, and I'll say from blue 500. So you have to go to cyan 500, and it looks like that. Having the same color everywhere, is this a good idea? I think so. Like the same way I'm going with the thing. So if it actually has the red color, that's not bad. Rather. So I can get rid of the remaining things first of all. I do not have a lot. So a few extra things. Get rid of this. So I have only one of them. And the color is okay. I'm happy with that. My first tag is this. This is the tag. Apart from that tag, ultimately I need to have, again, the tag is gonna be inside a paragraph or something. So let's even do that. A paragraph. My first tag, and I will have a div. Let's make a span over here, span, and inside that I will have cross. Anyway, I have to make it flex, and I have to give it some gap of 2 maybe. It looks like this, and mainly on this particular thing, this thing is getting crazy. What color can I give to span? Class name, and BG blue at 100 around. Sorry, texture blue 800 around. Let's make it 600. But it still does not look good. Over it only white color is gonna look good, but I do not have. If I make it white, then gone. Let's make it 100 around. Even this does not look bad. I have the cross button, I have the tab. Oh Zohab, good to see you here. How are you doing? Texture is gonna be just a 3XL, not 3XL, just an XL large. Bad. How about the text? Like making it this font bold. How are you? Extra and large. Oh, they are the tags. They should have just small text only. And over here, whenever I hover over it, this is fine. Is really not done yet. Just working on it. Just giving it 3 hours every day. Just backend is done, front end I am still working on. That day I tried to complete it, but then I wasn't able to focus on other things. So I just thought of doing it every morning, like for 3 hours or something, rather than getting it done in the same day. I wanted to do it, but that was really a bad idea. I failed at that time ultimately, I must say. It was too much to do, so it would have taken my whole day and I could still not have done. What's the point? Whenever I hover over it, at that time, scale is going to be 105 and the duration is gonna be 100 and should be fine. It's not like I'm only working with Brainly. I have some other applications as well, so that's okay. It's fine. I can just simply close this, and when I click on this, I should be able to edit this as well. So this much is done, and just making tag inputs so that I'm actually able to enter lots of tags. So this particular section is done, and not only this thing, I will have to have this thing is done over here, and just below this I will have to have an input box as well. So input is gonna be like this, crazy stuff, but yeah. And class name, border. First of all, let's give it border so that I can design that. It looks like this. What I want is simple. First of all, border is gonna be none, but I want to take it the whole width, so width is gonna be full. What the hell? I have these two things, right? The flex is already that is flex, right? I can make it flex 1. It's gonna take the remaining width, and whenever I click on that particular space, it should be I should be able to just edit the things. Okay, what can I do? Let's remove the border from here. So it looks like this. Outline, I need to remove them. Have you started doing lead code? Really busy right now, like hardly getting time. I hope I'll be free after a month or so. Like Next.js is there, and DevOps is there. This like these are the projects that I'm already giving 3 hours. So like whatever I'm learning, I'm at least giving it 3 hours. So I'm learning 4 things right now. So 3 4s are 12. 12 hours are given to that. If I have time all the day, then only I'm able to complete that. Unfortunately, I will do that. Definitely, I will do lead code. But right now it's hard, really hard. After 12 hours, my mind is like, okay, done everything. But let's see. That is in my mind. I will definitely give it a try really soon. Outline, that's gonna be none. So this is how it looks like. I'm able to enter this stuff in all, and as soon as I click, it should be entered over here. So that's great. This much we have done so far. Using this, I should be able to just remove it. I mean, okay, one more thing. Inside this particular tag, I need to have one more input box. Just trying to make a tag box like YouTube has. So that's something happening over here. It will have a value, and value will be for now this particular stuff, Any problem? No problem as such. The thing is that when I click on it, I should be able to edit it, and I'm able to edit this particular thing as well. Well, I'm not able to edit, but I should be able to do that. Okay, what is the next thing? It has a lot of width. Okay, I can give it class name. Minimum width should be minimum. Isn't this gonna work? Okay, when it comes to these, they will have their own values there. What can I do? First of all, the width is the problem. Width is gonna be, how about making it just, okay, minimum, let's give it the minimum width. Minimum width, that's gonna be just 1. Is this not gonna work? Seriously? 0.5. I'm unable to change the width of the input. How would keep it width mean? Come on, yeah. Get rid of this. The input has some default width, and less than that I'm not sure I can take. What can I do? Max width, that's gonna be 1. In that way it happens, but I don't want this thing to happen. I want it to take as much width, but there should be, what can I do? This input box is crazy. Just a minute. How can we make the input box take the minimum width possible? Because by default, why doesn't input respect minimum width? Okay. So the that does not take effect because the value is much smaller than each element has width and minimum width, they're different. Field sizing content, input field sizing content. Okay. Okay, let's get this thing done. Yep, IELD. Do I have something? Field sizing content. How would this? Well, good job. Thank you. It's good to take the help of Google too sometimes. And this worked, by the way. And as for the, this is the paragraph. That's, I can remove the paragraph thing from here. Why do I even have that? It's gonna work fine for me. This is the thing. By the way, let's make outline now. Outline is going to be done. Alright bro, I gotta do some work. See ya. Alright then, keep up the good work. I'll see you soon. So this is how I'm actually able to edit it. And let's give it some more. Okay, I should be able to just edit the things. So great job. Ultimately this is how I'm gonna be going on. I should be able to change the value and all that can be done anytime. But if I actually try to, where is that? This is the particular section. If I try to duplicate it, it's gonna be looking like that. The thing is that this time the input box is over here. Interesting. If I just have to, like here, the input box is not there at the below. So this is interesting. Why don't I have input box there? Input, what are these things, by the way? I am just getting confused. Okay, they are the selected options. So let's do one thing. Where is that select? It starts from here. So let's make it select input, something like this. As for this one, these are gonna be the tags, and inside this particular thing I will have this first thing and I will have this second thing. Okay, this is how it looks like right now, and if I click on it I should be able to edit that, and when I click on it, it should be removed. Great job. Anything else that I can do? First of all, this input box that I have over here, let's give it border color so that I can just see how it's behaving. So right now I have input box over here. The thing is that I have set it to flex 1. That means it should take flex 1. That is something causing the issue. How about how many options do I have when it comes to flex 1? Flex max, flex mx, max. Do I have something like minimum? No. Max. Medium. Not gonna work. Small. Okay, never mind. It's gonna be like this. Flex 1 is enough for us. The thing is that if it will be taking the remaining space, and the space is not enough over here. That is why it's coming here. If there is only one, like let's even check this way. Yeah, so it comes here ultimately, but when there's enough space, at least half space is remaining. At that time, it comes to the left side. Otherwise, it remains. What the hell? What am I doing? It remains at the bottom. So that's not a problematic thing. That's even good, I can say. So I can just remove the border from here that I have given, and it will be looking like this. So this much I have done. Over here I can just enter the values, and as soon as I enter, that should be there. Okay, let's work on this close button and add your node. I need to have two buttons over here. The first one is gonna be the close button or cancel button. The second one is gonna be the add button. So when it comes to the buttons, like this one I have over here. First button I will have here, just inside the form I hope this is the form. Haven't I made a form? Yeah, I haven't. So let's make it a form. FORM. So first of all, this is going to be a form, and inside the form I have the input boxes, and inside all these things, at the end of the day I will have a button. Button will say add. Okay. Interesting stuff. Add node. The thing is that add node is going to be here. So where will I be keeping this close button? They should be just close to each other, but they are not right now. So what I can do is to keep this particular thing inside that as well. So let's cut it from here and get rid of this thing. Keep it inside the form as well. This is how it's gonna be going on, and both these things need to be wrapped inside a div. Come on, wrapped inside a div. So let's wrap them inside a div, something like this, so that they are like this now. I will make it flex. So see class name, that will be flex. I will be giving a width cap of 5, so it will be looking like that. So either I can close that, close in the sense I can cancel that. So let's even do it. Cancel. So it's like that. By the way, it's time to give it some design and all. This is also gonna be a button. So class name, it's gonna be a BTN. But the thing is that when I add this will be simply submitting it. Submitting in the sense it should be removed. Let's keep it inside this as well. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have two buttons. Let's remove this particular div that I created, and Now time to give it some design. So space x is gonna be 5. Not working inside this. Let's gap is gonna be 5. Wow, insane. How about giving them just a button? First of all, I can't make it button class name. Let's get rid of this thing. And now how about this space x5? Still not working. How about giving it some margin, right? Class name margin right is gonna be 5 around. That does work. Okay, so let's go with this only. This much, and I will be getting the remaining things done. By the way, whenever I click on this will also be a button anyway, and margin right will have 5. So whenever I click on that, this should just disappear. Let's see. Okay, the thing is that they're inside the form, so I have to make sure that the type is not a type is just a button yet. Yeah. So right now, reload the page. As soon as I click on this, nothing happens. If I actually remove this particular section, like the top one, and then check this thing out, by the way, it should work anyway. Let's get rid of this, cancel it. I'm not able to cancel it. Interesting stuff. How about keeping it just outside the form? Will I be able to cancel it then? I'm still not able to cancel it. Why? Let's go a few steps back. It was like that. If I click on close button right now, I'm able to close that. Great job. So over here it's working fine. Just above, it's not working fine. Let's see. Well, I'm still able to close it. What is the problem? If I get the button inside this, will it still work fine? Reload the page. Click on close. It's still working fine. What was wrong? I messed up with something maybe. Class name is gonna be btn, and let's see whether it works with both or not. So reload the page. I have add. It's working. I have close. In both the cases it is working. How about giving it a type? Type is simply going to be button. Reload the page. Okay, when I give it a type, at that time does not work. In the remaining cases it does work. It's like that. But the question is that as this is a form, if I click on it, it simply closes. That's something nice, I think. The type will be, let's make it, give it type, and the type is gonna be submit or something. What is the problem? Can't find button. Huh? Cannot find a name button because I have given it that. That simply means I have to keep it at the top. But even if I keep it at the top, it should be fine. Reload the page. If I click on add, okay, of course I have to enter the values. Now select it. This thing is already done. Add. It simply reloads the page. And as soon as the page is reloaded, by the way, I even have to prevent that. I have to stop the page from reloading. So what I want that as soon as I click on this, it should disappear and the page should be submitted. I'll think of it. Let's keep the button inside it only. No need to just get rid of this thing. And as for the type submit, I will be even getting rid of this particular thing, because the problem is this, that this button is inside this particular form, so whenever this button is clicked, this particular thing is triggered, so the top of form is never triggered. So let's do one thing. Instead of keeping this form over here, let's keep it just div, because for that thing I need to have a div. That can be possible as well. I mean, with the form I can just simply go ahead if I actually want. The benefit of having form is that by clicking enter you will be able to get the stuff done. That's right. So how about keeping it here, wrapping both inside a div? But the problem is that then model will not disappear. If I click on this add button, model is not going to disappear. So what can I do? I have to make the model disappear manually. Probably I'll see it when I check it whether it works or not. At the time I'll check this particular thing whether it's working or not. Inside this, if I click on that, model will just disappear, but I will have to change this form to a div, because then it will not be able to trigger this particular form submission. So which one is better way? This is here, it will be able to trigger the on submit event. Let's keep it here. Let's keep both of them inside a div and then see what happens at the end of the day. Wrap them inside a div and make flex and give them gap of 5. They're gonna be looking like that. As for the design for it, so class name, buttons design. First one is gonna be add button, second one is gonna be close button. So add button is gonna be BG blue and that's gonna be 500 around. PX 4 EY is gonna be 2 rounded large. Text is gonna be white. I can make it rounded medium, and first of all PY can be even bit more, like 6 around. PX actually. Let's make just 5 for now, should be enough. And let's make it just medium, should be enough. And as that thing is done, and that is it, that is what I wanted to do. So this thing is clear, and just copy it. This button I don't need this unnecessarily over here. Let's get rid of this and do the same thing over here. Give it the design and all. So it's gonna be looking like that. By the way, this particular thing will have a cyan color. I hope it's gonna be looking good. Close. For closing, I can give it red color too, or maybe gray color. That's not even bad, but this does not meet my theme. This is a strange color. I need to have just cyan and blue color. That is it. Even if I can make it red, but yeah, it's better to make it cyan. The thing is that I'm following a theme, so even if it is like that, it works great. It will add it crazy stuff, but okay. This I will be making it a cursor pointer, so that at least I'm able to point, and then whenever I hover over them, at that time BG, let's make it blue, and that's gonna be 600 around. By the way, by default that is 500, so it will become 600, and this should be cyan. Text is white, right? So it looks like this. If I make it actually 400, then what will happen? Reload the page. Nothing happens? Yeah, 500. That's really bad, whatever I did. Let's make it 600 by default. 500 is gonna be enough over there. Okay, this is good enough, not bad, not good. As for the designing, we can just think of it later too. Transition is gonna be just colors, and the duration is gonna be just 100 millisecond, something like this. And okay, not bad, not bad, not bad, enough. Or I can even make it better in the sense, forget about this particular thing over here, forget about even giving the color BG hover color. Let's get rid of this, and I can make them just opposite. I don't know how they are gonna be looking like if I make them like that, but the crazy stuff will happen over here. Let's see what I want. That BG linear to right, and that's gonna be from blue 500 to cyan 500. It looks like that. Why isn't that visible? That is just a normal button, that should be visible. Anyhow, if that's not visible, that's problematic thing. BG spelling is wrong. ELINER. So it looks like that. And the another thing can be just opposite to that. So I can say, let's get rid of this button. BG linear and to right, of course, but this time from cyan 500 to blue 500. What is the problem again over here? Cannot give it a linear color or what? Right. Yay! Crazy stuff. Let's just give it just cyan color. Cyan color was good over here, and I've given it blue color to that. I like this way. So with the help of this, I will be just cancelling it. Yeah, should be fine. I mean, not bad. Adding is altogether something else, and close is altogether something else. This is at least better than earlier. So this particular thing I have done. What is the next thing that I have to do? Form is almost ready. If I click outside, nothing will happen for sure. That means I will have to simply close this, and then I will be able to just follow it up. So this thing is ready. What is the next thing that I have to do? First of all, get this particular thing working, the tags. I will have some states over here at the top. So first one of them is gonna be, even one more thing, show model is here. That is great. You have so many inputs, so many things in the same place. Is this even a good idea? No good idea, not good idea, bad idea. So what can I do? First of all, let's have all these select values inside an array. There are too many. So what I will have name, and I will have name, and I will have value. I hope so. That was something. Value, YouTube, and label, name. Yeah, label ultimately name, right? Yeah. So let's do it. Even let's copy this thing from here. This is already ready. So why do I need to do the stuff from my own side? So over here, I'm just simply defining these extra things like options. I have value, I have label, and this is how I'm just simply going ahead. I could have written it on my own. That was already there, so I just copied and pasted. And instead of getting so many things written like printed here, I can just map through it. So I will say that I have options, then I will be mapping through them. I will get just one option, and I will return an option from here, option element I mean. And once this thing is done, that is it. Of course I need an index as well, so let's get the index too, so that I can give it a key. So key is gonna be index, and the value, it will have a value is going to be option dot value that I got, and label is gonna be option dot label if I'm not wrong. So option dot label. So those things are gonna be visible again, but in a better way. Ultimately, that is what the hell. The color. I need to give them style as well. Class name text is gonna be blue, and that's gonna be 600 or something. How about this? Well, not bad. Actually looking good. Yeah. I'm able to select this stuff and all. That's great. Again, the thing is that I have so many things in the same page, and it's kind of crazy. So what can I do? the simple thing that I can do, I just have form over here, not even many things. Actually, this is just the form section. I have the input box, I have the first input, I have second input, I have selector, this can be the third input, I have tags and all. So this tag section in here, I'm getting the tags ready here. This is going to be the tag input box. So let's do one thing. Create a file that will be component ultimately tags input.tsx. I will be entering tags over here. Export default function tags input, and then I will be returning something from here. So let's simply return. What do I want to return? I want to return the logic of the tags. So let's cut it from here. Let's paste it here. Something like this should be fine. This way I will not have many things in my model that I have. I'll simply return the tags. So tags input. This is what I'm getting. Simple, easy peasy. Then this is the select input that I have. So instead of having it here, I will cut it from here. But I will say that I have to create a select input, or even I can say select type. I hope just I don't have that. Yeah, select type.tsx. What was the first name that I created? That was tags input. Then type input. What should be the name? Type input. I have tags input. I will have type input. Types input. Yeah, should be better. Types input.tsx. Crazy name, but okay, I will be just entering the types there. Export default function types input, something like this. Return, and I will be returning that particular thing from here. Easy. Few things I just need from here. These things, of course, and let's paste it here. This is how it's gonna be going on. Ultimately, it will be organized, and that is what I want. I don't want my things to be scattered, and this is the types input that I'm actually getting from there, and this is how it's gonna be looking like. Anything else? Let's go to type inputs, input style. Okay, I need the input style that is already here. So let's cut it from here, cut it, and let's paste it here. And guess what? I need an input style here as well, so let's keep it here as well. And this is how it's gonna be looking like right now. Not bad. Okay, so this much we have done so far, and I should be able to write. I should be able to cancel this stuff. What is the next thing that I can do? Next thing. So far, how many things I have? I have in types input. I have this, and even this particular section input box. This is fine. I mean, it should be here. Okay, not a problem. This is just one input box. And how about this? What is this? This is the close buttons on the form. Let them be here as well. Should I let them be here? Close button. Let's keep it inside. You can get rid of this particular thing at least. Button can be here, not a problem. But as for this particular thing, I better just get rid of this thing, and I can say that show model button, cancel button. I can say cancel model btn.tsx, export default function, and that is MODEL or DAL, model BTN. I think that is DAL. Okay, right. And from here on, I can just simply return this particular thing from here. So this thing is also done, and I will be just importing this thing over here. So cancel model button. I'm just simply importing it, and this is how my form looks like right now. So ultimately, I have removed many things from here. That's a good thing. I just have these many things over here. So ultimately, when it comes to my form, so I have the dialog button, of course. Dialog button. Okay, that is the model that needs to be here. Then I have my H3, add your node. Then I have some input boxes. So this is the first input, this is the second input, tags input, and this cancel button is here. I can even remove these things from here if I want. But I will still have to provide the placeholder. I will still have to provide required is not needed. But yeah, I will have to provide the placeholder from here on. Text input. Anything else when I click on them, so I will have to provide the methods too. But it will be less. Like I'll have to provide onChange method. I will have to provide the fields, like, so it will be too much. So it's better to have them here. There are just two extra things. Like this required is going to be extra over here. This class name is going to be extra over here. Remaining things I will have to send anyway. The placeholder I will have to send. The onChange value attribute I will have to send. So yeah, or let's do it. Who cares? But I want that. I want to create a text input. So this will be like text input dot tsx export default function text input return. What do I want to return? I want to return the whole thing from Control X and paste it here. And input style again I need. So let's do one thing. Cut the input style. Even I will keep the input style somewhere else in the constants or something, so that I can get the styles easily. But right now that's not the focus on. Okay, so this particular thing is done. So this particular thing, like input box, keeping it in a in a constant file, that can be done anytime. So I can remove this particular section as well from here, and I can have two input boxes. So input ultimately text input. So no way, text this is how I can just simply go ahead with this. So this time I have two text inputs. I have types input, I have tags input, and then this is the button that I have, and that is it. Should be enough, should be easy to just understand things in our input box. Don't need this particular thing. So overall we have made it really small. Initially it was so bulky, so hard to look at, and right now we know exactly what's happening over here. And a few more things that I need to send here, like I'll have to send the placeholder and all, so we will start working on them. What time is it? I'm gonna be taking a break for 5 minutes or something, then I'll be back and I'll continue from here on. I have to sit, I'm in work on this particular project continuously for 3 hours, but I have to even go somewhere. Just a minute. Alright everybody, let me take a break for 3 minutes. Okay, let's take a break for 3 minutes. I'll be back just within 3 minutes, and then I'll continue the things from here. Or let's make it 5. At least 5 minutes, yeah. I should do that. Can't I? Couldn't I? Can't I? Couldn't I? Don't know how many things. I just keep saying that. Forget about that. Let's continue from here on and play the music in the background. Hello, I'm back even before the time got over. What is this thing? Okay, right now it's fine. Alrighty, let's continue from here on, and we will simply go ahead. So far we have done this much, and the remaining things are better. I don't think that I need to just get rid of it. I'm not even using this style from over here, so let's cut it from here on. Let's cut these two things from. Okay, so this much is done. What is the next thing? The next thing is that make this application work, even get this particular section done. So this is the main form that I have, and inside this I have the submit button, so I will be having my use effects over here. So first thing is that I will have my title. So first one is gonna be title. Either I can have it like this, or there can be a better way. Let's have them differently, separately. Set title, or I can have a note payload. Add your note content payload. There are both the ways. Okay, let's go with this one. It's gonna be okay. Use state like this, empty string. Then I have const. This is gonna be really easy, but the one I'm thinking that will be a little bit tricky, and that is why I want to go with that. Let's go with the hard one. What I want, because first one is that you can just make them separately, like content, title, link. What the hell? I have to give that a placeholder as well, but never mind. The first thing is that you can make them separately, or the second thing is that you can actually make it complex. Let's make it complex. So content payload, ultimately this is what I have to send, right? So first one I'll be having content payload, and set content payload. This is gonna be a bit tricky, but okay, we are okay with that. Use state, and inside this only I will have everything. First of all, I will have title. Title will be just an empty string. Then I will have link. Link will be just an empty string. Then I will have the type. Type will be again an empty string. Then I will have text. Text will be an array of strings. So array of strings. Oh, strings. Is this not good? String array. What is the issue? It will be an array. Sorry, it will just be an array. Get rid of this, and that is it. So ultimately what I'm doing that I'm having everything just in the same place. It will be hard. It will be hard to just manage the stuff, but we'll get it done. It will not even be hard, just a little bit tricky. Content payload is never used. That's great. Okay, what is the next thing that I have to do? First of all, I have kept them differently. Okay, text input is here. Let's even have this placeholder over here. Let's work with these two. Placeholder is going to be, first one is gonna be enter your title. That is why I wasn't placing them in a different place, because at the end of the day things are gonna be the same. Like I will have to provide these values anyhow. Let's go here, but never mind, let's do it now. Placeholder will be first thing that it will have, and the type of placeholder is going to be string, something like this. And by the way, once I got that, so instead of using this particular thing over here, I will be just using placeholder. Simple. So this is the first thing that's done. What is the next thing? So next thing that it will be getting on change. Should I return this or something else? Yeah, on change is better for input actually, whenever something changes. So it will be getting the second placeholder that's gonna be on change, second prop I mean, and that's gonna be just a function that will return y or something. On change is gonna be taking on change. it will have some value as well. So let's provide it the value. Value is gonna be the value that I'll get from here. It will actually get the value, and that value will have type value. Of course, here it will have type string when it comes to that value. Okay, this is the first thing that I can actually send on change and everything. Or the second thing could be that you are actually sending just the state to change the things. Up to me, like I can do that too. I can just simply send these two things, like content payload and set content payload, and I can get the remaining things done there. Because if I'm not doing that, I will have to use on change over here, and using on change, that's also fine. So let's give them the value. So value is going to be what? Value is going to be content payload dot title is the value, first of all this, and then I have to give them the link, and the link is going to be content payload dot link. Any problem? Well, no problem as such. Link is the problem. What have I given there? Text input. Oh, value. I also need a link. Value is the same. Oh, hi, how are you doing? I don't need to provide this link thing actually. Let's get rid of this. The value will have the link value, so not a problem. This is where I need to give a link as value, and the next thing is that I have to provide it on change. So on change, I will be just saying that handle change, again a function that I will be creating over here, and let's create another function. Const handle change, it will simply get an event. Event is gonna be what? Interesting stuff. Event, change event, and that's gonna be on HTML input element, at least for now. Oh, sir, what are learning? What are learning? Trying to build a very friendly app with a front end and back end both. What is the problem here? Event is defined but never read. That's okay. So what will I be doing? First of all, I'll be getting two things. I'll be getting my name. Is it Python code? No, it is JavaScript code. Python I learn in the evening, so you can check that thing out. At 9 o'clock you will find me learning Python. I'll get name, I'll get value. This is not Python anyway, this is JavaScript language for what? Website building. Use event.target. I will be getting these things from there. So once I got this, what is the next step? Interesting. I have to set the values. So set a content payload, and I will be getting the previous values. Once I got the previous values, I have to return this, and once I'm returning this, I have to destructure the previous ones, and then I have to set the name with its value. That's gonna be the key value pair. So this much I have done over here. Pretty good stuff. One more thing, I have to give it the name. You are good teacher. I'm not teaching here, but thank you for the appreciation. I'm not actually teaching here, I'm rather learning, so never mind, but yeah, thanks a lot. Title is gonna be this one. Link is gonna be this one. Ultimately, I'm having to enter so many things. On change, what is the problem with this on change? Type event wide is not assignable to this. Yeah. So let's go to on change over here. It will actually take this and return wide, but at the end it will take this, and the type is gonna be change event. I hope I'm doing the right thing, and I'm just giving it the type HTML input element, and should be fine. Am I still getting that error? No, I'm not getting the error at least. Name, that's not there, so let's get the name as well. So I'm getting the placeholder, I'm getting the name. What else? Name is for especially for knowing that, so the name is here. Even once I got the name, I will be giving it the name as well, so name is gonna be name directly. So this much we have done. What is the problem here? It will be a string, but I give the type. hosting, something like this I will be going on. Right now I'm not getting any error, but I have given these many values. Once I click on them, I will easily get the values. And after that, one more thing over here, add your note, add your yeah, we will be keeping our note, so that's okay, that's a good one. Sir, volume is down, could you be pass your mic? Is my volume down, or I'm just simply speaking this way? Let me increase it if I can. Control panel. Let me check if it's actually down or what. Oh, sorry. I usually don't check this thing, and because of that thing, sometimes it gets crazy. I'll make sure that whenever I start working on it, I'm actually keeping the volume thing in mind. First of all, I'm checking this thing and then I'm going ahead. Sorry for that, but I'll keep this thing in mind from next day onwards. Next time onwards, not even next day. I hope it's clearer right now. Content payload, this thing is done. Great. Let's talk about input types. How will I be even selecting types? For that thing, I will be setting the values over there. The values are already set if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I have set the value. Once I click on them, the value will be selected. And interesting stuff. Which event gets triggered over here? That happens on change if I'm not wrong. So that means I need to give it on change. I need to give it the value as well. Let's try it first of all inside this. I'm not sure whether this thing is gonna work or not. So first of all, I will have a use state const, just trying it right now. I will have a type, I will have a set type. No problem, that's great. Use state. Just first of all, let's try this thing whether it actually works or not. Once this thing is done, I will be logging the value of type. By the way, initially it's just empty string. So let's log the value of type over here, and type is gonna be here. And after that, I can simply use on change thing over here. So on change, whenever something changes, I have to handle that. So if something changes, so I have to just make sure that I am getting the event and setting the type and event.target.value. I hope it's gonna be fine. Not quite sure about this particular thing, that is why just giving it a trial, and then I will work on the main thing. Inspect it, console, log it, reload the page. Well, type is nothing right now. If I just select one of the type, YouTube, well, YouTube is selected, that's great. If I select Twitter is selected. Documents are selected. Article is selected. Instead of saying documents, I should be saying document. I just want to select one document. Okay, by the way, it's working. I can go with the plan. Over here. So I just need to change this thing over here. Not documents, just the document. Okay, so this particular thing is here. And what else? Once this thing is actually working, so instead of using this thing, I can say I'll be using on change here only, here as well. And when it comes to this on change, I will be getting the on change in the props. So I will be getting two things, by the way, in the props. I will be getting the name, and I will be getting the on change event, something like this, on change event. I will be giving the type as well. So names type is going to be just a string, not a problem. And on change is gonna be a function, and that will have an event, and that will return void, that means nothing. And I will give it the type. So the type is gonna be change event. Of course, that is what I'm in right now. And that it's gonna be on HTML HTML select element. I'm gonna face a problem right now, that is for sure. The problem is going to be that name is here. First of all, let's give it the name. So the name is going to be name. Name is gonna be just name over here. And use state is not needed if I'm not wrong. Let's get rid of this. And after that, I can go to my model, and this is the types input. I can give it the on change event, and on change will have handle change. But over here, the problem is gonna be that it only okay. it only accepts HTML input elements, and this time I have HTML select element. So I will have two elements and I will be getting the events from both these ones. So this is done. What is the next problem? The problem is that it needs name. Okay, name is going to be what? Name is gonna be select, as simple as that. Or not even select, I can give it type with the help of this name. I have the type, right? With the help of this name only I will be getting the things done. So I will be getting the type from there. So let's name it type. Okay, I have named it type. I can go ahead, and by the way, once I named it type, it is automatically done. Everything's getting handled automatically. So this particular thing is done. Lastly, I have this tags input. This is something crazy that I have built. That means I need to work harder on this. But before that, let's see whether whatever we have built that is working or not. How can I even check that? To check that, just enter the value, log the values, and done. Let's see. Let's see whether we are able to get the values or not. Even for that particular thing, I need to log the values of the content payload. So CLG, and that's gonna be content payload. Sorry, I'm a beginner over Java. I don't know anything. I only know about Python and HTML. That's good. If you know Python, you know Java as well. It's good. Learn CSS and all. And what exactly your goal? What do you want to actually build or become, first of all? Because of course you need to be clear about that. Okay, so right now I have a title, link, tag, etc. Nothing. Then the title is increasing. So title, there is value inside the title right now. And now I can enter some link as well. So suppose this is the link. So I have entered the value of the link as well, and I am getting the link. So I'm getting the link. I'm getting the title. How about the select type? Let's select quit at YouTube over here. And if I get the value right now. So I have selected YouTube, I have selected, given the title, I have given the link. Only tags are remaining, so I need to be sure that I'm adding the tag as well. So far so good. This is the only thing that is remaining, and unfortunately I have to just leave right now. I can just stay here for 5 minutes more, then I'll actually have to take a leave. I have to just get some work done, so that is so okay. Let's talk about the tags right now. How can I get the tags? Set. When it comes to setting the tags, at that time, this is the tags input that I have over here. And first of all, let's create a tag array that is already there. Okay, so let's keep some tags. Tag number 1, tag 1, and this is gonna be tag 2, something like that. So these are the tags that I have, and what I want to do that inside this tags input, I wanna send my tags, and tags are gonna be like content payload dot tags, something like this. Over here I'm just sending all the tags, and after that, whenever I change the value, so interesting, this is gonna be crazy. First thing is that when I click on my input box, at that time I have to add the text, and when the text is added, I will be saying that add tag, and this will be a method add tag. This is the method that I'll be sending, and then but come on, it's gone. So the first one is gonna be this, like whenever I click on the input box, and if I click enter, or if I click comma, it should be saved. This is the first thing. The second thing is that whenever I click on this particular thing, it should be removed. So it's better to send everything directly from here. So what I'll be sending tags, or I'm directly sending tags, and I can say set, because I have to get many things done inside the same thing. It's better not to have many functions over here. I have 2 functions right now. Let's get the remaining things done there. So set content payload is gonna be set content payload. I'm sending the whole set content payload just because I have to get many things done over there, and then directly I will save the values. I will set the values inside the text input itself, and then I will get the text and all and done. And to make it simple, even I can just even send rather sending text, I can send directly content payload. And like it's not needed, but let's send it, and I'll be sending content payload like here. So this thing is done. Content payload is something that I'm sending. Let's go to text input. Inside this I will be getting two things. First one is gonna be the content payload. Second one is gonna be set content payload. As for the type, they will be having a type. Interesting. How will I give the type to these things? I haven't even created a type for it. What is this? This is the model section. Get rid of this. Canvas button. Get rid of this. Text input. Get rid of this. Cards. Not needed. Where was I? Model. Yeah, I was here. So I have to create types. Types for what? Types for this particular thing. So when it comes to creating the types, so I can just go to types, and that's gonna be content payload type. So where is the type? Haven't I created types for it? Really? Let's go to front end, and inside this I don't have a type folder. So click on the front end. Create type. Type slash content payload slash content payload. What should be the name? Type for that. Just content payload should be enough. No. Content dot type dot ts. How about this? The contents type, right? Not bad actually. Let's enter it. And over here I'll say that the type of the content. So let's get an interface. That's gonna be the content, and I will have a title. Title will be string, and I will have a link. Link will also be a string. It will be like this in small letters. Then I will have something called tags. Even before that, link is here. Type will be an enum. Interesting thing. Enum. Type can be I have already cleared this. I made that, right? Maybe I haven't. So const types. This is the type for the types, right? Probably that's gonna be first of all type, and that's gonna be types, and the types, or let's make it just type. And type can either be what? Type can either be YouTube. Type can or be Twitter. Type can be document. Type can be article, or type can be other, like there can be other links as well, right? So this is what I have done over here. And as for this type, it will be taking the type thing over here. And lastly, I have text. Tags are gonna be array of string, as simple as that. So this is that I have created. What is the problem? Never defined. That's okay. I will be exporting it from here. Export. So this thing is done. By the way, I will be exporting the type as well. So let's export this particular thing. So ultimately, I'm exporting these things from here. What is the next thing? Over here, I will be using the type. So generic type ultimately, and that's gonna be content. Why am I not getting it? Really crazy stuff. I've just created the types. Content. Why am I not getting the suggestion? Crazy stuff. Content type is here. I've created the content, that is the interface that I have created. I'm exporting it from here. because that is not inside source. Come on, keep it inside source, keep it inside source over here. Now I should be getting the suggestion. Content, and guess what, we are getting that. So what the hell, type. Type can be what? Empty string is not a silo, that is right. By default, let's give it U2. This is the benefit of using TypeScript and defining the types and all. So this thing is done. What is the next thing? Over here I'm sending it both. That's right. Let's go to inside tags input. We'll get everything done inside here. And as for the type, content payload type, content payload type is going to be just content type that I have created, and set content payload type is going to be dispatch. This is how we just give it, dispatch, and that's gonna be user state action, set state action, and that's gonna be content type again. Okay, so this is how I have given it the type. Now the only thing is that I have to just use them over here. So let's try to use them. What am I doing over here? This is the title, this is the input, the whole thing, this whole thing, not only that whole thing. First tag, why do I have these two things? Okay, two extra divs I have. Let's get rid of this one. Now I can just cut it from here, and I can have my tags. So like this, content payload, I will get tags from there. Once I get tags from there, I will map through them. I will get only my tag, and once I got my tag, I will be returning this particular thing. Something like this. What do I need to change here? I just need to change this particular thing. So tag will have tag, and guess what, here we are getting tag 1 and tag 2. That's amazing stuff. We have done it. Let's continue from here on. What is the next thing that I can do? The next thing is pretty interesting. Like, this is the input box. Once you click on the input box, that's great. Once you click this comma, it should be saved as a tag. And what the hell? No, it's good actually, isn't it? Yeah, it's good. I just started thinking of something else. Yeah, so it's right. So what can I do right now? First of all, let's get it manage this particular thing. Like I have this input box. By default, it's gonna be disabled right now. Even I have the input box inside this. So let's take care of this input box. Let's go to YouTube and check how that works. I'm creating something like this. YouTube. YouTube Studio. Let's click on this, and this is something that I'm working on. Okay, this is it that I'm actually working on. Whenever I hover over them, the color should change. First of all, the color should get darker. If I click on any one of them, I get the input box. Wow, lovely. And then I can edit that and all. Interesting stuff. Okay, when I hover, I can copy all of them though. So I have to add even this particular thing. I can cancel it, I can copy it. These two things are yet to be added. That's a lot. This is the feature that I'm working on. So that mine is nowhere even close. This is how mine looks right now. I have to add many things over here, but never mind. I will be adding those things. But the thing is that right now I will have to leave. It's been 1.5 hours around. I still have to give 1 hour and 20 minutes to this project, because of course I will be giving 3 hours to this particular project or any project that I'm working on a daily basis. But unfortunately, I have some work. I have to go there and I have to get that done. I'll be back soon, and then I'll continue from here on. I hope I'll be back soon. Take care and have a great day ahead. See you.